Hi, everyone. It's me, Linda B., and welcome back. So, today I wanted to give you guys an update on the super mayor up in Village of Dalton. Yes, Village of Dalton, Tiffany Henyard. She is the super mayor, as she calls herself, and she's also the supervisor of Thornton Township. So, I got some updates. It got really heated in this meeting, really, really heated, and it was overcrowded. These people are upset, and I can't wait to show you what I have to show you. But before we get started, I want you guys to remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, watch the video all the way to the end. I'm on my way to 20,000 subscribers by the end of April. And I wanted to make an announcement. I will also be on Rumble. That's right. I'll keep the YouTube channel here, but I will also have Rumble chat with me, Linda B. It'll be the same handle. So, you guys, I think I'm going to do that on April 10th. So, be sure to check it out. Now, without further ado, let's get into it.
Cheryl, only a fraction of the people who actually showed up to this meeting were able to get inside due to what the police chief said was some unspecified security threat. But the people who were left out here in the parking lot refused to go unheard.
Open the door.
Ask Dalton residents, and many will say the bi-monthly municipal meetings run by Mayor Tiffany Henyard have become a regularly scheduled spectacle. The increasingly irate residents arrived plenty early for the first of the month meeting. Village residents clamored against the double doors tussling and then navigating a security screening for a highly coveted seat at a public meeting where items like unpaid bills and payroll were supposed to be the topics of discussion. Mayor Tiffany Henyard took her seat on the dais to preside over the board meeting.
If there are any outbursts, if there are any clapping, or anything that is, if we get another credible threat, the meeting will be closed.
Henyard and four of Dalton's trustees who've asked for a federal investigation into her handling of village affairs have been at odds for months. The trustees say Henyard has left vendors unpaid, withheld business permits, and stonewalled village leaders and voters.
See, this is what she's done. She has withheld business licenses. She hasn't paid bills. She's misused funds. And the people who looked at her, and I'm just going to be honest, 91% of the people in Village of Dalton are black, and she's black. And they probably looked at her, and I'm just assuming that they did. And she's a black woman. She's going to take care of us and do right by us. She did everything but that. She took care of herself. She took care of herself. And this is what I'm finding a lot of in, predominantly black towns and cities across the United States. I mean, if the constituency is primarily black and there's a Democrat at the helm, you guys, you gotta see that there's a common situation. It's the same thing over and over again. The people are the area is crime ridden. It's crime ridden. The schools are bad. The leadership is terrible, and it's because they're Democrats. That's what they do. They don't help anything. I mean, everywhere you look, everywhere Democrats rule, you see the same thing. Terrible public schools, high crime, defunding the police, which encourages more crime, poverty, and everything else, broken homes. You see it over and over and over again. And that's unfortunate because it's like we keep repeating the same vicious cycle. When are we going to learn? Vote differently. What do you have to lose? I know I sound like Donald Trump, but he said, what do you guys have to lose? He was talking to the African Americans. He was talking to us. He was saying, try me. You've got terrible schools, you got this and that. Maybe he didn't articulate it the best, but what he has to offer is much more than what we've gotten over the more than 60 years voting Democrat. We have gotten nothing in return. Nothing. And I'm sorry to have to say what I'm about to say. The Democratic Party really takes advantage of black Democratic politicians, Democrat politicians that are black. It seems like they really get us to do the dirt that they wouldn't otherwise do. In case things go wrong, they can use the black politician as the fall guy to take all the heat. That's why I say the party has a racist history that is embedded in it. It is embedded in it, this history with the Democrat Party, because they use the black vote. They pander to us, and we get nothing in return.
For her own personal profit.
People are frustrated. They want answers. They want transparency. This has to end. I'm so disappointed in what's been happening in Dalton. Mayor, you need to step down because you have disgraced this village. You really have.
Haynard sat stoically, taking in the ire of some of her constituents and the praise of a few.
It is under Mayor Henyard's tenure that I have felt the most connected and valued.
We need to come together and support her.
But before any actual village business could be discussed, the quorum of village leaders dissolved over disagreements in how the meeting was being run.
The Open Meetings Act requires that that we have enough space for everybody to get in.
Leaving Mayor Tiffany Haynard to assail her colleagues.
Our job is to make sure we take care of the business and not allow the business to handle us.
Tonight, no.
Who paid that woman to say that she, under Mayor Tiffany Henyard's tenure, she's felt the most valued? Who paid her? She was looking around. This is how I know. I never trust people when they're looking around like this, making sure you see their face, that I felt the most value, instead of just talking to who she's talking to. She's looking around. I felt the most valued. I just, I don't know. It's just me. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. I mean, this woman has not paid bills, not allowed people to run their businesses because they won't donate to her campaign. Supposedly sending a woman, there was a woman, Linda Brown, I believe, who was, had a public dispute with Tiffany Henyard. And allegedly, Tiffany Henyard sent some men to shoot up her vehicle outside her home. So I hope that is not true, but there's videotape on that. And this is a disgrace. It really is a total disgrace. I can't, I can't, I don't know. This woman is beyond, she's just too much. She's just way too much. And I'm going to show you guys another clip.
But there were still people outside who could not get in. They were banging on doors, windows, chanting. And with that in mind, 4 trustees abruptly walked out and this meeting was adjourned.
I'm still speaking. You're out of order, clerk. You out of order.
In Dalton Monday night, a chaotic village board meeting. It got underway an hour late because of a credible threat, according to police. Only a limited number of residents were let into the building, and they had to pass through a metal detector. Those who were not let in protested outside. A short time later, the meeting abruptly ended when 4 trustees walked out.
The Open Meetings Act requires that that we have enough space for everybody to get in. Because of that, I feel we have a lot of outrage going on out there, and we want to be able to provide the space to people that they are looking for.
This is the resident's home, and anytime you can't come in, it's a problem.
During public comment, a number of residents, outraged because of the alleged misuse of village funds, lawsuits, and other issues, called on the mayor to step down.
We don't want you here. You or your administration. Y'all need to go.
Mayor, you might as well step down too, because I'm tired of.
I think that's Linda Brown right there, the one who had that public dispute with her. I think that's her. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like her.
That too. This is a disgrace that you have done to this village.
Embattled Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and a village trustee who's not named are at the center of an investigation by the Illinois Department of Human Rights. The probe is focused on what allegedly happened on an economic development trip to Las Vegas last May. Henyard's former assistant, who filed this complaint, claimed assaulted by an unnamed Dalton trustee on that trip. She claimed she was then later fired from her job. In a statement, the village told NBC5 it conducted a thorough investigation into the allegations led by an independent third-party company. The statement goes on to say this is nothing more than a disgruntled village employee trying to make off with the taxpayers' hard-earned dollars. The village board meeting continued on for a little while with only the mayor and 1 trustee in attendance. April 8th, that's when they hope this meeting will resume. Reporting from Dalton, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Regina, thank you.
Wife,
I'm a mother of 3 children. My children and my family are suffering because of this loss. And Dalton Police, the detectives, have been sitting around twiddling their fingers on this case. This is hurtful. When I've been in contact, I've been asking questions. I've been in contact with the state's attorney's office. I'm pushing this case. I've had the Crime Stoppers come out to do additional work canvassing the neighborhood, to assist the police, and nothing has been done. My husband, Tavares Edward Davis, deserves justice. Thank you.
All right. One more. Go ahead.
Wow. Oh, her husband. Oh, Lord. See, this is exactly why Democratic policies just don't work. This woman is suffering from the loss of her husband, and there's very little policing in these types of areas because there's, defunding of the police. And a lot of the police in some of the police in Dalton, village of Dalton, has been used for Tiffany Henyard's own personal security detail. So she's pulling even more police off the streets so that is not anyone there to protect the citizens of Dalton. And I feel so bad for the citizens that they have to live in these conditions. And Tiffany Henyard is sitting up there looking like a cover girl. I mean, her hair is laid perfectly, her makeup and everything. This is all like for show to her. I mean, she seems a little bit upset, but she is really looking like she is about herself. And these citizens are suffering. Clearly, they are suffering. Businesses are suffering. Everybody's suffering up under her. She eats, according to these citizens, and they seem very impassioned. These residents feel like she needs to go. And what do you guys think? Because there's so much out there on her, including those SA allegations that came about from that trip in Vegas. Y'all, this is a lot.
All right. Thank you for your public comment. Next on the agenda is general announcements. Do anybody have any general announcements?
Yes, Mayor.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I hear a lot of the outrage, and I think a lot of it is just around having a space that can accommodate. And I'm concerned also that there may be some violations of the Open Meetings Act because we need to have a space when we know that there's this many people. As such, I'm gonna make a motion that we postpone this meeting and continue the agenda to Monday, April 8th, a week from today at 6:30, Dalton Park District 14700 Evers. So that is my motion.
Trustee, second, we are not postponing a meeting. We are here. And basically,
That was Jason House. He's one of the trustees for the Village of Dalton who just spoke.
we have 2 items on the agenda. So we can basically continue with our meeting and get through the 2 items that's on the meeting. So my advice to the board is we are already here. Let's handle the business and not let the business handle you guys. We're not having no meeting at no Dalton Park District. So I'm just making that crystal clear.
We not having no meeting at no, I mean, I need her to step it up with her grammar. I mean, I'm just saying.
Clerk, what are you doing? You out of order. You out of order. Did I call the roll? Did I say call the roll? I'm still speaking. You're out of order, Clerk Key. You out of order, Clerk Key. Like, stop. Y'all out of order. Everybody want to run stuff. Y'all don't run this house over here. Stop, please. So, as I was stating,
Wow.
we need to continue with the business. We are here. People came to a meeting to hear we have been doing in our village. The department head, the lawyer, everyone's here. So I'm asking for you guys to sit here and to deal with what's going on.
Trustee Tammy
And that's the problem that we have. Wonder why we have dysfunction. This is the reason. So if y'all walk out, y'all walk out. We got business to handle.
At 7:58.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. Handle your business, and we gonna handle ours.
Okay, I can't take any more of looking at her. This Tiffany Henyard, y'all, she is very, in my opinion, very unprofessional. And I'm just not liking her use of the English language as well. To me, you should be very professional and do things according to the law, but she can't even appear professional. I mean, she looks nice, her appearance, her hair and her makeup and her clothing, but the way she treats people, how she's talking to them, she's not really concerned about the citizens at all. And I pray that these residents learn from their mistakes. They need to change how they vote. And I pray they don't make the same mistake again. Please don't make the same. It's not, it's the fact that you guys are voting Democrat. That's what you need to stop doing. Just because it's a different face, you're going to get the same result. That's why over the past 60 years, that town has probably been doing horribly. Okay, because of Democrats leading. Okay, you guys need to go see Will You Go to Hell for Me by Vince Everett Ellison. Will You Go to Hell for Me.com, because he said everywhere Democrats rule, they bring destruction. Everywhere they rule. St. Louis, Memphis, Chicago, Village of Dalton, they bring destruction. It doesn't, their policies are horrible and they want it that way. They know they don't intend for it to get better. So if you guys think it's going to get better because you get another Democrat, it's not going to. We need to make it's terrible to keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. When are we going to learn? I got someone in my comments who's from the UK. He said, why are the blacks in America not getting it? I knew this stuff and I'm not even from that country. That makes us look like we just don't know anything. We need to do better. We need to vote better, do better, and don't. And it's not. I don't want to hear anything about you can only get so far because you black. It's some challenges to being black, like Fannie Willis. That's just playing the victim narrative. You're not a victim unless you just want to be. You're a victim of your own mindset. Okay, we can. If you have God on your side and a good work ethic, you're willing to put in the work. Nothing can stop you. Okay, get it through our heads. You guys give me your comments. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Remember, going to be on Rumble also as Chat with me, Linda B. Still having the YouTube channel. You guys be blessed. And as I always say, march on, warriors.